Good morning, all of you. How are you all today? You're all fine. It's a very cool morning, isn't it? Are you all feeling the climate? Yes. Bhavani, Pranadi, Azmat, Sueda, Maunika, Sharanya. Is it very hard to get up very early in the morning? A little, as the climate is very cool. Ahmad, give me a smile, man. Nice smiling. Very good. Very good. Good. Okay. Shall we go ahead with our lesson? Are you all reading 2 or 3 paragraphs every day in English? No. I think you are not getting time to read 2 or 3 paragraphs. Asmat, okay, fine, very good. Okay, today we are going to learn a lesson which is titled as homework. So this is related to your life, your school life. You all love doing homework, I think, or you hate homework. It has some pros and cons. We are going to discuss about homework today. Let me share the screen now. Okay, here we go. Okay, just a moment. Let me adjust the screen now. Shweta, can you unmute? Can you all see the screen now? I mean homework, the heading and the remaining part of the lesson. Okay, just a moment. Rohita, can you unmute? Oh, just Rohita, no. Ahmad, can you unmute? Can you see the screen? If you can see, just give me a thumbs up if you can see the screen. I'm getting a doubt whether you can see it or not. You can. Okay, fine. Very good. Okay, let's start then. Okay, homework. Homework has historically been given to students to reinforce what they learn at school. Okay, reinforce. So we have some hard words here. Let's just to go through the hard words now first. In case of glossary, the first word is reinforce. What do you mean by reinforce? Reinforce, it means that make a feeling or an idea stronger. Whenever you come to school, your teachers usually explain the lesson, isn't it? If you don't reinforce, what is going to happen? You may forget it. That's why the teachers are giving you homework. When you read the home, when you write the concept that you have learned for 2 or 3 times, it will be kept in your mind. So make a feeling or an idea stronger to reinforce whatever you have learned in the school. To reinforce whatever you have learned in the school, the teachers are giving you homework. Otherwise, what happens? The teacher will say something. If the teacher is not giving homework, you may forget it after 1 day or 2 day. So it shouldn't happen. That's why the teachers are giving you homework. And the next word is counterproductive. Counterproductive, having the opposite effect to the intended. Having the opposite effect to the intended. Counterproductive. Homeworks are counterproductive nowadays. Why? Because all the teachers, they are giving you a lot of homework. If you have a lot of homework, it will be counterproductive. It will be having an opposite effect. The next word is excessive, greater than what seems reasonable. Excessive amount of homework. It means the homework which is greater than what seems reasonable. More amount than required. Dates, it means exists. Curriculum, we all know the meaning of the word curriculum. The subjects that are included in a course of study. The subjects that are included in a course of study. You all have curriculum textbooks, isn't it? And the next word is obesity. Obesity, it means the state of being very fat. The state of being very fat. You could see a lot of persons in the modern world, they are having trouble with obesity issues. Obesity, it means their body is growing like anything else. They may not be able to walk properly. They may not be able to run properly. So obesity is a great problem in the modern world. If a person, he is not doing physical work for a long time, if he is not exercising for a long time, what happens? Obesity occurs. And the next word is precious, valuable or important. Our school life is very precious to us. Our school life is very valuable or important to us. A precious ornament, a precious diamond. Next word, overwhelming. Overwhelming, it means very great. Overwhelming response, very great response. Toil, hard, unpleasant work. What do you mean by toil? Toil, it means hard, unpleasant work. So you don't like to do certain works. That can be called as toil. You may find the work as very difficult. You may be finding the work as very boring. Then you can say it as toil. See here, it's a noun. And hinder. Hinder, it means to make it difficult for somebody to do something. Hinder, to make it difficult for somebody to do something. So that's all about glossary. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 words only in this lesson. So if you want to speak good English, if you want to write good English, you will have to learn a lot of words. So these all words are very common words that are used in English. Reinforce, it means make a feeling or an idea stronger. Counterproductive, it means having the opposite effect to the intended. Excessive, greater quality or greater quantity. Dates, exceeds, curriculum, the subjects that are included in a course of study. Obesity clinics are there now. Very fatty persons, they can go to that clinic and ask the advice of the doctor to reduce the body weight. Precious, it's a very common word. Everyone knows the meaning of the word precious, valuable or important. Overwhelming response, it means very great response. Toil, hard and unpleasant work, a work that you don't like. It may be awkward, it may be very boring. When you do such work, so you may be feeling unhappy. Toil. Hinder, it means to make it difficult for somebody to do something. Okay, let's move on to the lesson now. So the lesson is titled as homework. Homework has historically been given to students to reinforce what they learn at school. So the main purpose of homework is to make you think about that particular subject one more time when you are at home. As I said earlier, when a teacher explains the lessons in the classrooms, the next day you may forget that. So to fix it in your mind, teachers are giving you homework to reinforce the subject, to reinforce the concept that you have learned. And ultimately and finally, to help them learn the material better. So homeworks are given to help you learn the material better. So when you reach your home, when you write the homework 2 or 3 times, the concept that you have learned at school will be fixed in your mind. Otherwise, you may forget. There are somebody who are very brilliant. When they hear the concept for the first time, they may fix it in their mind. But in a classroom, there are almost 35 students. Are all the students have the same memory power? No. Somebody will grasp it very soon. Somebody will have to read it 2 or 3 times to understand that concept. So that is why the teachers are giving you homework. But excessive amount, a very large quantity of homework should not be given to the students. Why? Because they will have to awake till 12 o'clock at night to complete their homework. That shouldn't happen. Only a less amount of homework should be given to the students to remember the points that they have learned at school. That is the main purpose of homework. See the second sentence. However, too much homework is not helpful. Too much homework is not going to help you. It will spoil your mind. There is no doubt. So you may be scolding your teacher for giving more homework. Am I correct? That teacher, that stupid teacher has given me a lot of homework today. How can you do this whole homework? So you might be thinking like that. So if a teacher is giving you a lot of homework, you will have to ask him to reduce the amount of homework. There is no need to worry about that. The teachers will understand your problem clearly. So if anybody is giving you a lot of homework, you will have to inform the teacher that you are unable to do such amount of homework. However, too much homework is not helpful and can be counterproductive. That is what we have discussed just now. It will be having an opposite effect. The students, they will lose their interest in studies. Oh, in case of English, I have a lot of homework. So slowly, you will be keeping a hatred towards that subject English. So that's why it can be counterproductive. It will have an opposite effect if the homework is too much. It should never happen. And gradually, what happens? You will make an enmity, not enmity, a hatred towards your teacher as well. Okay. Excessive amounts of time spent on completing homework can take away the kids' social life, family time, and it limits their participation in sports or other activities. You see here, students, excessive amounts of time spent on completing homework. If you are spending a lot of time for completing your homework, it can take away the kids' social life. You may not be able to go and play with your friends. Am I correct? And family time, you may not be able to spare your time with your father, mother, brother, and sister, and it limits the participation in sports or other activities. So see here, social life is very important for a human being. Family time is very important for a human being. And it limits their participation in sports and other activities. If you don't participate in sports and other activities, what's going to happen? As I said earlier, this problem with the obesity occurs. So in a kid's life, social life is very important, family time is very important, sports and other activities are also very important. If you don't play games at least 1 hour every day, what's going to happen? You will become physically weak. It shouldn't happen. You will have to find a time at least 1 to 1.5 hours every day to play with your friends. Even if your parents are telling that you study, if your teachers may be forcing you to study, don't play games. You are simply wasting time for playing games. That's not correct. That's not correct. You will have to play minimum 1 to 1.5 hours every day to be physically fit. And you will have to go out and meet your neighbors, meet your friends, because your character modulation is happening there. Social life is very important. You wanted to know what's happening around you. Who are your neighbors? What are they doing? How they are leading a better life? You will have to mingle with your friends. You may be having a lot of good friends who holds the first rank, second rank, third rank in schools. How they are achieving that. So these all things you should understand. Family time, sparing your precious time with your father and mother. You see, when you are getting at the age, when you are 20, 25 years old, what happens? You may not be able to spare too much time with your parents. So now, when you're studying in a school, when you're coming back to home, you can spare a lot of time with your father and mother. When you're getting a job, you may not be able to reach your home on time. At that time, you may be busy with your works. So at the time, you may not be able to spare your valuable time with your parents. So now you can spare a lot of time with your parents, your grandparents, your brother, your sister, your relatives, your friends. So this is the time you have to enjoy your life as well. Instead of enjoying your life, you are running back of homework all the time. You are doing homework for 3 to 4 hours every day. Will it do anything good to you? No. it is definitely going to spoil your mind. It shouldn't happen. So homework should not be excessive. The teacher should also be very careful in that case. If your teachers are asking you to write one page as homework, no problem. If the teacher is giving 5 pages, will you be able to write? You have 6 subjects, then 6 into 5, 30 pages you have to write as homework every day. Will you be able to do that? No. But in the modern world, the teachers are giving you a lot of homework. It should be reduced. That is why this particular lesson is included in 9th class syllabus. The amount of homework a teacher has to give to student should be restricted. The amount of homework a teacher is giving to the students should be limited. The teacher should not give an excessive amount of homework. That is what this lesson says. So if any teacher is giving you a lot of homework, so what you can do? You can give this lesson to your teacher and ask the teacher to read this lesson. Then the teacher will understand the situation of the child and she may reduce the homework. She or he may reduce the homework. See, critically acclaimed author, a famous writer, his name is Tamim Ansari, reports that since 1981, the amount of homework given to an average 6th class child has increased by more than 50%. See here, in 1981, it was very fine. But when it comes to 2020, 50% increase in homework. How a child is going to do this all homework which is being assigned by the teacher? A lot of time they have to spare on writing homework. So they are losing their valuable time. They are losing their childhood. That is the most important thing. As I said to you earlier, when you are getting aged, what happens? You will remember about the childhood days, the happiest days in your life. If during your childhood days, if you are back on homework and the days were boring, what you would be remembering when you get aged? There is nothing. You may not be able to spare your time with your friends. You may not be able to spare your time with your family. So there is nothing remains when you get aged. So excessive amount of homework, whoever is assigning that ask them to read this lesson. Okay. So once again, that sentence, critically acclaimed author Tamim Ansari reports that since 1981, the amount of homework given to an average 6th class child has increased by more than 50%. Many people claim that the increase in homework dates as far back as 1957. Many people says that the increase in homework dates as far back as 1957. The new competition that emerged served as an incentive for schools to try to increase the volume of the curriculum. So in the past days, maybe a few years back, the textbooks were not big like we have now. Nowadays, in our textbooks, we have 200, 300 pages. In case of English, in case of maths, it's a very huge book. It's a very huge textbook. So in the past, the books were not so very big. The curriculum was very small. The students were able to learn the complete curriculum. Now it's not possible. Maybe in a classroom, 5 or 6 students may be able to understand the concept well and may be able to learn all the things in a textbook. What about the remaining students then? They may not be able to learn that all. So the new competition that emerged, so there is a competition between the schools, between the students. So the new competition that emerged served as an incentive for schools to try to increase the volume of the curriculum and maybe to achieve 10 by 10. A lot of homework is given to the students by the teachers. There is a competition between teachers. There is a competition between schools. There is competition between parents. Who troubles in the middle? The students are troubling in the middle. The students are getting troubled in the middle. Parents will force you to do homework. Teachers will force you to do homework. Your principal will force you to do homework. Homework, and your life, the entire childhood will be spoiled by doing a lot of homework. It shouldn't happen. So there is a competition. There is really a competition between the schools, among the schools, among the students. But you will have to understand that writing too much homework is not going to do better for you, for your life. The amount of homework increases with the increase in class. So in the first class, when you are studying in first class, you will be given a homework for 1 hour. Within 1 hour, you could finish all the homeworks, all the subjects homework. But the amount of homework increases with the increase in class. When you reach second class, maybe you will have to spare 1.5 hours. When you reach fifth class, you will have to spare 2 hours. When you reach 10th class, to complete your homework, you will take almost 3 hours to 4 hours. See, when you reach home in the evening at 5 o'clock, from 6 o'clock onwards, you will have to write your homework 6 to 10 o'clock, maybe 7 to 11 o'clock, maybe 8 to 12 o'clock. Then when are you going to play with your friends? When are you going to talk with your parents? When are you going to mingle with your friends? No time. So homework kills the students. Excessive amount of homework kills the students. So homework should be given, but it should be restricted. It should be given in a limited manner. Okay, let's move on to the next paragraph. Many teachers defend large amounts of homework. Many teachers, here the meaning of the word defend is supports large amounts of homework. Teachers doesn't have any problem. They will simply give you homework, isn't it? Are the teachers writing any homework? No. In this picture, you could see a girl. How is her expression? It's awkward. It's a little different, isn't it? Isn't it? She hates homework. From her facial expression, we can understand that she hates homework. But many teachers, they support large amounts of homework. Teachers can simply give homework and the students will suffer. Why they are supporting large amounts of homework? Claiming that, saying that, claim it means to say something is true. It may be true, it may not be true. Claiming that it helps to prepare students for a world that is becoming increasingly competitive. So there is one reason the world is very competitive world now. So if there is one vacancy in an organization, how many people will apply? Maybe lakhs of people will apply for that job. So the world is completely a competitive world now. Even though we cannot forget our childhood days, isn't it? Our school life, our childhood days, these are very precious to us. Many teachers defend, many teachers support large amounts of homework, claiming, saying that it helps to prepare students for a world that is becoming increasingly competitive. In this competitive world, the students must have enough knowledge to acquire a job. That is what teachers say. Why they are giving a lot of homework. However, Dr. Kralovic, author of The End of Homework. So Dr. Kralovic, he has written a book which is titled as The End of Homework, argues that doing homework during high school has little or no effect on successful study skills of the students when they join college. So see, in his book, he has written doing homework, especially in higher classes, maybe 9th class, maybe 10th class, maybe 11th, 12th grade, maybe in your degree classes, it has no effect on successful study skills. According to him, there is no need to write homework, especially in higher classes. In lower classes, it is necessary. In first class, second class, you may be learning a lot of words. In that case, you will have to write each and every word for 10 times, 20 times to fix those words in your mind. But in higher classes, homework is not so necessary, he says. It has no impact, he says. It is not needed. It has no effect on successful study skills of the students when they join college. Okay, let me read that paragraph once again. Many teachers defend large amounts of homework, claiming that it helps to prepare students for a world that is becoming increasingly competitive. However, Dr. Kralovic, author of The of homework. So Dr. Kralovic is the person who has written a book named The End of Homework. He argues that, he says that he has a different opinion from the remaining teachers. See, that doing homework during high school has little or no effect on successful study skills of the students when they join college. Excessive amounts of homework can be harmful to kids both physically and mentally. So this is the most important sentence in this lesson. Excessive amounts of homework, a large amount of homework, the greater quantity of homework can be harmful. It is going to spoil the kids both physically and mentally. If you are doing your homework for a long period of time, maybe 4 hours or 5 hours, what's going to happen? The child is not getting enough time to play games. The child is not able to do some physical work. When you are not doing physical work, you may not be healthy. And mentally also, he will be disturbed too much, because he's unable to go ahead with maybe he's unable to find time to watch a movie. He's unable to find time to spare with his family. He's unable to find some time, sparing some time with his friends. So excessive amounts of homework can be harmful to kids both physically and mentally. It will give them mental pressure. It will give them physical weakness. A lot of homework usually means a lot of books to carry. The one another important thing. A lot of homework usually means a lot of books to carry. In the past, we had only one notebook for writing our homeworks. So English homework, maths homework, Telugu homework, Hindi homework, we used to write only in one homework book. So we don't need to carry a lot of notebooks to the school. But in the modern world, what happens? For English, a separate homework book. For Telugu, separate homework book. Maths, separate homework book. Almost 6 extra notebooks they have to carry. See, a lot of homework usually means a lot of books to carry. 55% of the Massachusetts, don't forget this word, this place name Massachusetts, an institution in the USA. So 55% of the Massachusetts children, as per the survey by researchers of Simmons College, carry loads heavier than 15% of their body weight. See what happens here. 55% of the Massachusetts children, as per the survey by researchers of Simmons College. So the researchers from Simmons College, they conducted a survey and they understood that the children carry loads heavier than 50% of their body weight. So what's going to happen if you carry such weight on your back? Your bones will become weak. At this stage, your bone is in a growing stage now. If you put a lot of pressure on the bones, it will bend. It will become weak. In the future, it will create a lot of health hazards. See that sentence once again. 55% of the Massachusetts, an institution in the USA, children, as per the survey by researchers of Simmons College, carry loads heavier than 15% of their body weight, which is the suggested limit. So this is more than the suggested limit. So our educational department usually check whether the children are carrying more weight than they can. Carrying large amounts of weight daily. Carrying large amounts of weight daily at a young age can do a lot of damage because bones are still in development stage. This is what I said to you earlier. Carrying large amounts of weight on your back, carrying large amounts of weight daily on your back can do a lot of damage because bones are still in development stage. Your bones are still in development stage. That's why you should not carry a lot of notebooks on your back. So bones will become weak if you carry a lot of weight. The US Consumer Product Safety Commission has reported that in 1999, more than 800 kids were treated in emergency wards for backpack related injuries. Backpack What do you mean by backpack? The bag that you carry on your bag, in which you are keeping your books, lunch box, your other school related things. Then when you carry it, your bones will become weak. So see, once again, that sentence, the US Consumer Product Safety Commission has reported that in 1999, more than 800 kids were treated in emergency wards. Emergency wards for backpack related injuries. So when they are carrying a load on their back, so their bones will become weak, they will have to consult a doctor for getting treatment. So this is a very pathetic situation for the children. So they shouldn't carry a heavier load on their back. If they carry, in the future, there will be back pain. In the future, they will have to face back pain. And they may not be able to do any physical work in their future as well. So these excessive amounts of homework, excessive quantities of books they carry, this is all going to trouble the kids. Now you may not be feeling any difficulty in carrying that bag. You may be able to lift, but in the future, it will be a trouble for all of you. Many of these injuries can lead to serious problems later in life, including chronic, it means severe, shoulder, neck, and back pain. Shoulder, neck, and back pain. So many of these injuries can lead to serious problems later in life, including chronic. Don't forget this word as well. Chronic, it means severe, shoulder, neck, and back pain. So carrying a lot of loads on your back, carrying a lot of books, it is going to spoil your physical fitness. Physically, you will become weak. So it shouldn't happen. Actually, the government should take care of all these things, isn't it? They will have to take necessary steps to reduce the curriculum, reduce the homework books. The educational department has to take care of it. Are they taking care of it? Or you are carrying a lot of books on your bag. Maybe you are carrying a lot of books on your bag, isn't it? Okay, whatever. The large amount of homework is causing kids in both high school and junior high school to be up until midnight or later. So another important trouble. The large amount of homework is causing kids in both high school and junior high school to be up until midnight or later. Maybe the students, when you are studying in 8th class, 9th class, 10th class, the teachers will give you a large amount of homework and you will have to be up until 12 o'clock, maybe 1 o'clock, maybe 2 o'clock as per our lesson. Then when you're going to sleep, how many hours you are going to sleep? Being children, at least you should get 8 hours sleep. Are you all getting that? If the teachers are giving you a lot of homeworks, because of fear towards your teacher, you may be getting up very early in the morning as well. You sleep very late, you get up very early. You may not be getting sufficient sleep. Then what happens when you attend the classes? You will be feeling sleepy. So you may be developing a hatred towards the subject teacher, towards the subject as well. You may lose your interest in studies. So this homework is creating a lot of problems in your life. See, the large amount of homework is causing kids in both high school and junior high school to be up until midnight, maybe up to 12 o'clock or later. Sometimes it exceeds the time. When extracurricular activities such as sports, clubs, etc. are added to the picture, kids may even have to wake up early next morning to finish their homework, leaving them with an insufficient amount of sleep. When extracurricular activities such as sports, so in between, you will have to attend some sports. You may be having clubs in your schools. You will have to go out with that work, etc. are added to the picture. Kids may even have to wake up early next morning to finish their homework. To finish your homework, you may be in the evening time, you went ahead with your playing games or club activities. Then in the evening time, you didn't get a time to write your homework. Then when you get a time to write homework early in the morning, then what happens? you are getting an insufficient amount of sleep. You are not able to sleep properly. Maybe 4 hours, 5 hours to maximum. That's not enough for a child. Some parents and teachers argue that it would be beneficial to a child's academics to limit after school activities. Some parents and teachers are thinking that these club activities and sports and games, not important. Club activities and sports and games, not important. You know, one thing, sports is very important. These club activities are also very important. Being human beings, we have to mingle with the society. We have to mingle with others. We have to participate in games. This is all going to mold your character. Only textbooks cannot mold your character. You will have to play games. You will have to participate in different games. You will have to participate in your club activities. So you will have to do a lot of extracurricular activities. Then only you will be a better human being. If you are all the time reading the textbooks, will you be able to get everything in your life? No. You will have to spare some time for entertainment, some sports activities, some club activities. So in school itself, we have sports and club activities. So sports activities, clubs activities, and along with the homeworks. So all these things, you may not be able to move forward. Some parents and teachers argue that it would be beneficial to a child's academics to limit after school activities. They wanted to limit the after school activities like playing. Your parents may be forcing you not to play. Maybe when you start playing, after 15 minutes, they will tell you stop playing, go and study. Is that good? No. That concept is not right from the teacher's part as well as from the parents' part. They should allow their students or kids to play minimum 1.5 hours every day. However, cutting the time out of the few hours a week teenagers use for exercise could be a factor in the growing obesity cases. See here. However, cutting the time out of the few hours a week teenagers use for exercises. So when you have excessive amount of homework, what is going to happen? The students or the kids, they are not able to find enough time for doing exercises. The students, they will always think that exercise is not important. Finishing our homework is important. Which is important? Both are equally important. Doing exercise will make you healthy. If a limited amount of homework is there, you will be very happy. You can finish your homework in time. You can do some exercise. You can go out and play with your friends. You can go and spare your time with your family. But our parents, our teachers, they are thinking that these extracurricular activities are not very important. What is so important? Academics is more important. Always they wanted you to learn something. Always they wanted to learn something. Some parents, their mentality is entirely different. If you open your textbook and read, they are not satisfied. They will ask you to write something. Write. All the time they wanted you to write something. When they are seeing you writing something, they think that you are studying well. When you read something, they are not satisfied. They wanted you all the time writing something. Okay, could be a factor in the growing obesity cases. When you sit on the chair and writing the homework for 4 hours. In the school, what happens? Almost 8 hours you are sitting on a chair. When you reach home, maybe 3 to 4 hours you are doing your homework and sitting on a chair. You are not doing any physical activity. Then it will be a problem for the kids. So obesity cases, your body will grow if you don't do any exercises. This is what happens. So obesity is one of the greatest problem the modern world kids are facing. So related to obesity, we will be studying in the next session. So excessive amount of homework is not good for the kids. That is what we have been discussing in this lesson. Okay, I hope you all understood this lesson. After the end of this lesson, I will unmute somebody and ask if they have any doubt. So if you, I request everybody to read this particular part that we have learned today. And if you have any doubt, we'll be solving that in the next session, and the time has come to an end. Don't forget that you will have to read it 2 or 3 times. Okay, then only you will be able to understand the entire concept of the lesson, and this concept is very easy as well. Okay, thank you all and have a nice day.
Students, please stay online.
Happy morning to all. Sorry for the late. Welcome to Sanvi e-learning services. This is your physical science class. Just wait. Yes, yesterday we started this activity 3. Half of the part we completed. So once again, I'll repeat here this topic. So this is a refraction. So in this, first of all, we need to take one shallow vessel with opaque walls. So now, here place a coin at the bottom of the vessel and move away from the vessel until you cannot see the coin. So like this. Yes. So first of all, we need to take one shallow vessel. Now we have to place a coin. Now we have to move away from the vessel until we cannot see the coin. So now, here, now your eye is here. Now you are not visible this coin. It is not visible to you. So when you want to see the coin, you will see this portion of the beaker. Now in the first case, you are observing the coin. But when you are moving away from the coin, you are not able to see this coin. Now stand there only. Ask your friend to fill the vessel with water. So when the vessel is filled with water, now the coin comes back into view. You can see here. So when the vessel is filled with water, now the coin comes back into view. So why are you able to see the coin when the vessel is filled with water? Yes, you can see now. Here the coin is visible to you. So here you know that the ray of light originating from the coin doesn't reach your eye when the vessel is empty. Right? When the vessel is empty, here the ray of light originating from the coin, it doesn't reach your eye because here the vessel is empty. But when the vessel is filled with water, now the coin comes into view. How is it possible? Yes, do you think that the ray reaches your eye when the vessel is filled with water? So here, draw a ray diagram from the coin to the eye. So keep in mind that the light ray traveling in a medium takes a straight line path. So when the light ray travels in a particular medium, in that medium, the light ray will travel in a straight line. When the medium is changed, then only the direction of the light ray will be changed. You can see here, this is in the air medium. It is in straight line. But in the water medium, when the medium is changed here, this is the interface separating the air medium and this water medium. Right? Here the bending of light takes place. It is not traveling in the straight line. It is travel like this. Right? So here, what happens to the light ray at the interface between water and air? Here, what could be the reason for this bending of light ray in the second instance? So here, the above questions can be answered by Fermat's principle. So this Fermat's principle states that the light ray always travels between 2 points in a path which needs the shortest possible time to cover. Okay, so here according to this principle, you can say that the light ray always travels between 2 points in a path which needs the shortest possible time to cover. So we have to apply this principle to our activity here. So here, by observing the path of the ray, it is clear that here the light ray changes its direction at the interface separating two media. This is the interface here separating these two media. One is a water media and one is a air media here. Here, the light ray changes its direction, right? It is not traveling in a straight line. It is changes its direction. So here, this path is chosen by the light ray so as to minimize time of travel between coin and eye. Okay, so this is the path chosen by the light. So here, this path is minimize the time to travel between coin and eye. So here, this is possible only when if the speed of light changes at interface of two media, then only it is possible. So you can see here, the interface is separated the two media, air media and water media. So when the interface is present between these two media, the light ray changes its direction. Then here, light ray minimize the time of travel between coin and eye. So here, this is possible only if the speed of the light changes at interface of two media. So thus, we can conclude that the speed of the light changes when light propagates from one medium to another medium. Okay, the speed of the light changes when light propagates from one medium to another medium. Okay, here the air is the one medium and water is the another medium. So that's why here also the change of speed of light changes here. So here the process of changing speed at an interface. The process of changing speed at an interface when light travels from one medium to another medium. Okay, resulting in change in direction is refraction of light. You can see here. So this is the incident ray now. And this is a refracted ray now. Refracted ray. So this is the refraction of light. We know refraction of light takes place in the another medium only. Whether it is moved towards the normal or away from the normal, it will take place in the different medium only, not in the same medium. So here the incident ray is in air medium and the refracted ray in the water medium. When light travels from one medium to another, resulting in a change in direction is refraction of light. So the process of refraction involves bending of light ray. Okay, except when it is incident normally. Here, consider that light travels from medium 1 with the speed v1 to medium 2 with speed v2. Okay, now consider that light travels from medium 1, that is the speed v1, and it is traveled from medium 1 to medium 2. So the speed of the medium 2 v2. So here, you can see figure 2a and 2b here. What difference do you notice in figure 2a and 2b with respect to these refracted rays? Yes. So here, is there any relation between behavior of refracted ray and the speeds of light? Well, here you can see in these two figures, this is a V1 first medium here, and here this is the second medium V2. Now this is the first medium V1, and here this is the V2 second medium. Now in the figure 2a, V1 first medium is the air medium, and second medium is the, assume that glass medium or water medium. Okay, assume that water medium. Now here in the second figure, medium 1 is a water medium and medium 2 is a air medium. Here in the figure 1, light ray travels from rarer medium to denser medium. And in the second case, light travels from denser medium to rarer medium. Right? So here, by this, here this experiment shows that change in the direction of light is due to change in the speed of light in the medium. Okay, change in the direction of light is due to change in the speed of light in the medium. So if here V2 is less than V1, V2 means medium 2, V1 means medium 1. So here if V2 is less than V1, then medium 2 is said to be denser medium with respect to medium 1. Okay, so here V2, medium 2 is the denser medium. When it is denser medium? When V2 is less than V1. Okay, that is denser medium. Now, if V2 is greater than V1, okay, if V2 is greater than V1, then medium 2 is said to be rarer medium with respect to medium 1. Here, how can we say that is a rarer medium, denser medium means? So, here, when the light ray travels from, okay, so here we are saying that V2 is less than V1 means that is medium 2 is a denser medium. And here if V2 is greater than V1 means here medium 2 is a rarer medium. Right? So here from this we can say that if light ray enters from rarer medium to denser medium, okay, rarer medium to denser medium. Okay, if light ray travels from rarer to denser medium, then refracted ray moves towards the normal. Okay, you can see here. Here in this figure, you can see. Here, see the figure 1, this one. So here this is a medium 1 and this is a medium 2 here. Here light ray travels from rarer medium to denser medium. This is the rarer medium here, this is the denser medium here. So here when the light ray travels from rarer medium to denser medium, then refracted ray move towards the normal. Okay, here rarer to denser, refracted ray move towards the normal. This is the normal here. And in the second case here, you can see when the light ray travels from denser medium to rarer medium. You can see this is a denser medium and this is a rarer medium. Here when the light ray travels from denser medium to rarer medium, it bends, refracted ray bends away from the normal. You can see here. Okay, rarer to denser, refracted ray move towards the normal. Denser to rarer, it moves away from the normal. So here, we have seen that the ray of light deviates from its path at the interface. Yes, so this is an interface here. Yes, this is an interface. So here when the light ray travels from one medium to another medium, here the ray of light deviates from its path at the interface. It is not traveling in a straight line. The direction of the light ray changes and the speed of the light also changes here. So here, draw a normal at the point of incidence. Yes, we can draw the normal at the point of incidence. So this is the interface. So now when the light ray incident at this point, so we can draw normal at this point of incidence. Yes, right. So here I be the angle made by incident ray with normal, and R be the angle made by refracted ray with normal. So these angles are called angle of incidence and angle of refraction. We know what is angle of incidence and angle of refraction. So the angle between the incident ray and normal is known as angle of incidence, and the angle between the normal and refracted ray is known as angle of refraction. Okay, angle of incidence and angle of refraction. So angle of incidence denoted by I, and angle of refraction is small r. So here given angle of incidence and angle of refraction. So to explain the process of refraction, we need to know about a constant. Okay, to explain the process of refraction, we need to know about a constant called refractive index, which is a property of a transparent medium. So now let us learn about it. Here, the extent of the change in direction, okay, the extent of the change in direction that takes place when light ray propagates through one medium to another medium. Yes, we know when the light ray travels from one medium to another medium, the direction of the light ray changes. So here, this extent of the change in direction takes place when light ray travels from one medium to another medium. So is expressed in terms of refractive index. This is the most important one here, refractive index. So now, refractive index. Light travels in vacuum with a speed nearly equal to 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Okay, the speed of the light in vacuum 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. This is denoted by letter C. Okay, the speed of light is smaller than C. Okay, the speed of light is smaller than C in other transparent media. Okay, now here V be the speed of light in a certain medium. V. Here C is the light travels in a vacuum, speed of light in vacuum. Here V be the speed of light in a certain medium. So here the ratio of speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in that medium is defined as refractive index. Okay, here the ratio of speed of light, okay, the ratio of speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in that medium is defined as refractive index. This is small n. So it is called absolute refractive index. So absolute refractive index equals to speed of light in vacuum by speed of light in medium. This is we can write n equals to C by V. So speed of light in vacuum denoted with C and speed of light in medium is V. So take this as equation 1 here. Now, it is a dimensionless quantity because it is a ratio of the same physical quantities. That's why it is a dimensionless quantity. So here the refractive index gives us an idea of how fast or how slow light travels in a medium. Okay, this refractive index gives us how fast or how slow light travels in a medium. So the speed of light in a medium is low when refractive index of the medium is high. Okay, the speed of light in medium is low when refractive index of the medium is high. And the speed of light in medium is high when the refractive index of the medium is low. So the speed of light in a medium is low when refractive index of the medium is high, and vice versa here. That means the speed of the light in a medium is high means the refractive index of the medium is low. So the refractive index n means the speed of light in that medium is nth part of speed of light in vacuum. So here one example given. The refractive index of glass is 3/2. Then the speed of light in glass is. Yes, so here given refractive index of glass is 3/2, then the speed of light in glass. So here take V equals to C by N. So we know C equals to 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Yes, here refractive index of glass given N equals to 3/2. Yes, so we know we need to find here the speed of light in glass. That means we know formula N equals to C by V actually, right? We need to find the value of V here. So we know C value and N value here. So we can write here V equals to C by N. Substitute the C value and N value in this. So here 3 into 10 to the power of 8 by 3/2 we have here. Right? So we can write here V equals to 2/3 into 3 into 10 to the power of 8. So here 3 gets cancelled. So the remaining 2 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. So the speed of light in glass 2 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Okay. Now here given that refractive indices of some material media here. Here material medium given. This is the important table. So material medium and refractive index and material medium and refractive index. So here the first material medium air. The refractive index of air 1.0003. So we can write simply 1 here. So the ice refractive index 1.31 and water refractive index 1.33 and kerosene refractive index 1.44 and fused quartz. This refractive index 1.46 and turpentine refractive index 1.47 and crown glass refractive index 1.52. Benzene refractive index 1.50 and Canada balsam. This is refractive index 1.53 and rock salt refractive index 1.54. Carbon disulfide, this is 1.63 and dense flint glass 1.65 and ruby 1.71 and sapphire 1.77 and diamond 2.42. These are the refractive index of some material medium. So you have to learn all this. So here, one important note here. So from this table 1, you know that an optically denser medium may not possess greater mass density. Okay, an optically denser medium may not possess greater mass density. For example, here, kerosene with high refractive index is optically denser than water. Yes, so here kerosene refractive index 1.44 and a water refractive index 1.33. So the refractive index of kerosene is greater than water. So here kerosene with high refractive index is optically denser than water, although its mass density is less than water. Okay, the mass density is less than water. Here kerosene mass density is less than water and kerosene refractive index is greater than water. So that's why an optically denser medium may not possess greater mass density. So here, why do different material media possess different values of refractive indices? On what factors does the refractive index of a medium depend? Here, the refractive index depends on the following factors. Those are nature of material, wavelength of light used. Yes, so here these two. So here you will learn about this in your higher classes. But here the refractive index depends on the nature of material and wavelength of light used. Now, relative refractive index. Look at here. The relative refractive index of a medium with respect to another medium is defined as the ratio of speed of light in the first medium to the speed of light in the second. Okay. We know the refractive index of medium with respect to another medium. So this is defined as here clearly the ratio of speed of light. The speed of light in the first medium. The speed of light in the first medium to the speed of light in the second medium. So here V1 and V2 be the speeds of light in the first and second media respectively. So V1 is the speed of light in first medium and V2 be the speed of light in the second medium. Okay, here always the mediums are different. For example, if you are take medium 1 is air medium, means the medium 2 is water medium or glass medium. Okay, always the medium will be changed. And when the light ray travels from one medium to another medium, the direction of the light ray will be changed and the speed of the light is also changed. Okay, it will not travels in the straight line path. Always when the interface is separating the two media, when the light ray travels from one medium to another medium, definitely the direction of the light ray will be changed and the speed of the light is also changed. So that's why here the refractive index means here this is with respect to one medium to another medium. That's why we are taking here the ratio of speed of light in the first medium to the speed of light in the second medium. So here V1 and V2 be the speeds of light in the first medium and second media respectively. Then refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium is given by here N21 equals to speed of light in medium 1 by speed of light in medium 2. So we can write N21 equals to V1 by V2. So speed of light in medium 1 will take V1 and medium 2 is a V2. So we can write N21 equals to V1 by V2. So here dividing both the numerator and denominator by C, we get here V1 by V2, right? Here we know N21 equals to V1 by V2. Now dividing this numerator and denominator by C. Yes, so we'll get here V1 by C by V2 by C. Yes, V1 by C by V2 by C. We know already N equals to C by V. So from this here, now we have V1 by C by V2 by C. So N equals to C by V. So from this we can write 1 by N1 by 1 by N2. So which equals to we can write N2 by N1. Okay. So here 1 gets cancelled. The remaining N2 by N1. So we can write finally N21 equals to N2 by N1. Take this as equation 2 here. So this is called relative refractive index. Okay, this is the relative refractive index. So we define relative refractive index as follows here. Relative refractive index N21 equals to refractive index of second medium N2 by refractive index of first medium. We learn this in the keywords topic, right? So relative refractive index equals to N21 equals to N2 by N1. So the second medium by first medium. This is a relative refractive index. Refractive index of second medium by refractive index of first medium. So here. Next we have lab activity. The aim of this lab activity, obtaining a relation between angle of incidence and angle of refraction. Relation between angle of incidence and angle of refraction here. So the materials required: a plank, white chart, protractor, scale, and a small black painted plank, and a semicircular glass disc of thickness nearly 2 centimeters, pencil, and one on laser light. So these are the materials required to do this activity. So the procedure. Here, first of all, we need to take a wooden plank. Okay, take one wooden plank. This is a wooden plank here. Okay, now, which is covered with white chart. So we have to cover this wooden plank with the white chart. Draw 2 perpendicular lines passing through the middle of the paper. So here, these are the 2 lines, MM and NN. Okay, we have to draw 2 perpendicular lines passing through the middle of the paper. Now, here, let the point of intersection be O. Okay, this is the point of intersection here, O. Mark one line as NN. So this is NN line. This is a normal to the another line. This is MM. Okay, we have to mark one line as NN, that is normal to the another line MM. So here MM represents the line drawn along the interface of 2 media. Okay, this MM line is the now interface for 2 media. Assume this is the one medium and this is the another medium, or this is the first medium, or this is the second medium. Okay, right. This is the interface separating 2 media now. Here NN represents the normal drawn to this line at O. This is the normal now. N is the normal at point O. Okay, so here after this, okay, to complete this topic, it will take more time because this is a very important lab activity. So remember up to here, we'll continue the next topic in the next session. Okay, thank you all of you. Thank you.